color coding. It's not just about making your planner pretty. If you use it strategically, color coding can bring more order and productivity to your planning. This video is a request by Kelly. She said, I am a teacher and want to color code my subjects. So in today's video, I'll be discussing ideas for what to color code and how to color code in a planner. Step 1 is to brain dump onto a sheet of paper what you want or need to color code. Some ideas are family members. For this category, each person in your family could be assigned a different color, and you can keep track of their appointments, sports, school events, or other activities. You could color code different routines, and that would help you to differentiate between, say, a morning, afternoon, and evening routine. For prioritization, you could color code a to-do list based on whether the tasks are high priority, mid priority, or low priority. Then you would know which tasks to work on first. You could also color code your list based on which of the 4 quadrants it falls into within the Eisenhower matrix, which we have discussed before on this channel. For school, you can color code by subject, or you could color code based on the deadlines. So maybe tasks that are due this week get one color, tasks due next week get another color, tasks due in 2 weeks get another color, and so on. Or you can categorize by task type. So maybe you want to make staff meetings one color, homework and assignments another color, then grading, lesson planning gets another color, quizzes and exams, and so on. Some other ideas for categories you can color code are appointments, self-care, budgeting, home projects, goals, special occasions, meal planning, pet care, volunteering, personal development, project planning, time slots or your schedule, so that'd be like time blocking, task type like work, personal, errands. Step 2 is to circle the categories that you want to try, and then on a second sheet of paper you can write down why color coding these categories would help you. For example, maybe it would be helpful for me to color code by prioritization so I can quickly see what the highest priority tasks are and then focus on getting them done first. Or color coding my meetings and appointments will help draw my attention to them so I don't forget. Or color coding my time blocks would make me more likely to follow through on even using my planner because I genuinely find it fun. The reason why it's important to know why you want to color code is because you want to make sure your plan for color coding is going to actually be functional for you, so you're not wasting your time. If you can't think of a reason why color coding that category will actually help, then you may want to consider color coding a different category. At its core, color coding in planners involves assigning specific colors to categories or tasks. It's your visual language, a way to quickly communicate priorities and distinctions at a glance. So now we need to decide how we will color code. You need to decide what tools will you use, and then what color will you assign to each subcategory. I personally love to use highlighters. You've probably seen me use the highlighters for time blocking. I use highlighters to color code to-do lists, color code trackers. If you want to access this tracker, I'm going to link the video to that down below. Another way to color code is by using sticky notes. For example, in the case of a Kanban board. Another idea is to use sticky flags. I have used this in the past for meal planning, where I will color code based upon what type of meal it is. If you want to see how that works, I'll link the video to that down below. Color-coded tabs is also a way that you can use color coding in a planner. I use this in both my wellness planner and in my home management notebook, where each section had a different color tab. And you can also use color-coded pens. Back in grad school, I used different color pens based on the class subject. So I would write down all my homework, my assignments, my exams, etc. for each class in the same color. And then I also had an overlay with my class schedule time blocked out, and I used blocks of color, either stickers or pieces of paper, to denote that class. So everything to do with that class was all in the same color. And that just personally makes it easier for my brain to quickly find what it is I'm looking for on the page. I would highly recommend making it as simple as possible. So just selecting a few colors to start with until this becomes a habit, and then you build yourself up to more colors if you decide you need them. Once you have decided on your colors, it can be really helpful to create a key. I like to do this for my monthly lists that I've made on this channel several times. I've also seen someone label the actual highlighter using a label maker and add the category to the highlighter. I thought that was a creative idea. I would recommend memorizing the colors to save yourself time so you're not having to constantly check the key. To make that easier, you can choose colors that make you think of that subcategory. So for example, purple sometimes symbolizes things like creativity or royalty. So maybe you could use it for planning out creative projects like a sewing project. Green sometimes symbolizes new beginnings or abundance or nature. So maybe you want to use that to write out your plant watering schedule. What colors you decide on for your color coding system are completely up to you. So have fun with it. Know when the color coding is going to happen. Are you going to color code as you're planning out your day, as you're planning out your week? Or are you going to color code in the moment when you find out about, let's say, like an appointment that's coming up? Do you need to have your highlighters readily available, or pens, or whatever it is you're using for your system readily available? Keep that in mind, and then make a plan to have those nearby during the moments when you're going to need them so that you can follow through on your color coding system. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you want to see a way to use color coding for task management, check out this video next, and I'll see you next Saturday. Bye!